Most people add product reviews to their store, but they still don't convert. And it's not because reviews don't work, it's because they're either missing, too basic, or placed in a spot where no one actually sees them. So instead of building trust, they just sit there doing nothing. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up product reviews on Shopify the right way, what you should actually be collecting from customers, and where to place those reviews so they actually help you sell. Because when reviews are done right, they don't just look good, they remove doubt, answer questions, and make it easier for someone to say yes. I'm Erin from Ecom Mastery. Let's get into it. Why product reviews actually matter. Before we even get into Shopify, you need to understand what reviews are actually doing. When someone lands on your product page, they're not just looking at your product, they're trying to decide if they can trust it. They're probably thinking things like, is this actually worth it? Or will this work for me? Or even, is this going to feel like a waste of money? And your product description can only do so much on its own. But when someone sees other people saying, this fit exactly how I expected, or this actually solved the problem that I had, that's what makes it real. So reviews aren't just extra content, they're part of the decision. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but I already have reviews, so why isn't it working? And usually it comes down to this. They're either too generic, not helpful, or not placed where people actually see them. And that's exactly what we're gonna fix today. What most stores do wrong. Most stores treat reviews like something they need to just check off. They will add a star rating, maybe a few short comments, and then they are going to move on. But the problem is a 5-star rating without context doesn't answer anything. It doesn't tell someone who the product is for, how it fits, or what it actually feels like to use. So even if you technically have reviews, they're not doing their job. And the shift you want to make here is simple. Instead of just collecting reviews, you want to collect reviews that actually help someone decide. Because the goal isn't to prove your product is good, it's to make someone feel confident buying it. What you should actually collect. So before we even touch Shopify, this is the part that matters most. Instead of just asking people to leave a review, you want to guide what to say, because the quality of your reviews depends on the way that you collect them. The most useful reviews usually include things like who the product is for, how it was used, what problem is solved, and what actually stood out. So instead of something like great product, what actually helps is something more specific. Like, I use this for blank and it fixed blank, or this fits really well if you're blank. It is a small shift, but it changes how it feels to read, because now someone can picture themselves using it. And that's the point. A good review should help someone see themselves in it, not just read it and move on. How to actually get better reviews. You can actually control the quality of the reviews you get, because if you just ask, leave a review, you'll get good product. But if you guide it just a little bit, you get way better responses. Instead of asking one general question, you want to ask things like, how did you use this? What problem did this solve for you? What stood out once you start using it? And most review apps, including Judge.me, let you send automated emails after someone buys, so you can include these questions right in the request. That's what changes your reviews from something generic into something that actually helps someone else decide. Where reviews should go. The next part is where most people lose conversions without realizing it, and that's placement. Because even strong reviews won't help if no one sees them at the right time. A lot of stores push reviews all the way to the bottom of the page or hide them in a tab, so by the time someone gets there, they've already decided whether they're buying or leaving. Instead, you want reviews showing up where decisions are happening. So that usually means near your product title or price, so there's immediate trust. Then again, near your add to cart button, right before someone makes a decision, and even throughout the page, especially where someone might have questions. So instead of having reviews in one section, you're using them to support the entire experience. That way, trust isn't something they find at the end, it's something they feel the whole time. So now that you understand what actually makes reviews work, here's what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna walk you through how to set up product reviews inside Shopify, what to collect so your reviews are actually useful, and how to place them on your product page so they're doing what they are actually supposed to do. And if you don't have a Shopify store set up yet, you can use our link down below to get started. It'll give you a clean setup so you can follow along with everything step by step. All right, now let's jump into Shopify and actually set this up. All right, so this is the Shopify dashboard you're gonna land on. If you're new, it'll look something like this. You could add your first product, you can customize your online store. Now, right here, you might be thinking, okay, where do I actually set up reviews? Because nothing on this screen says reviews yet, and that's because reviews aren't built directly into your store by default. You add them through an app. So that's what we're going to do first. So let's find apps on the left-hand side, and then we can click into app settings and then click on Shopify App Store. Now, this is where you'll find different review apps that you can install, and you are going to see a bunch here. So in order to see the options, we're going to type in product reviews, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to get a list of different review apps, and right away you can tell that there are a lot of options. There's reviews.io, there's Luke's, judge.me, Trustdo, and as you scroll, you'll see even more like Air Product Reviews app and UGC, Junip product reviews, Easy Reviews, Revio AI reviews. So this is where people usually get stuck because now it feels like you have to pick the perfect one, but you really don't. If you are just getting started, what matters most is choosing something simple that works. So apps like judge.me or Luke's are popular because they're easy to set up and already have a lot of built-in features. All right, so once you've installed judge.me, you are going to click on open, and then you'll be brought into your theme editor. And over here on the left side, you are going to see judge.me reviews. All right, so once you have judge.me, you want to make sure that this is enabled. You are going to see a toggle through your theme editor. So I already did that, but if it's off, your reviews won't show anywhere, even if the app is installed. So go ahead and make sure that your app is toggled on. So go ahead and turn this on. And once it's enabled, your store is actually ready to display reviews. So right now you didn't place reviews yet. You just activated the system that allows reviews to show up. So think of it like this. Installing the app means downloading the tool, but turning it on is connecting it to your store. So now the app is live, but we still need to decide where the reviews actually show up. All right, so now judge.me is enabled. The next step is placing your reviews in the right spots on your store, because just having reviews isn't enough. They need to be visible where people are making decisions. So that's what we're going to do next. From your dashboard, we are going to click into edit theme, and this will take you to the editor. So I'm going to click on edit theme and go from there. So from here, you want to switch to your product page. So what we're going to do is click onto featured section, and then you are going to see products over here. So from product, this one is going to be a test product, but you'll just essentially click into your product page and it'll pop up over here. Now you'll be looking at your actual product layout, and in my case, you'll see something like test product right here. This is the page where someone actually decides if they want to buy, so this is where reviews matter most. So now on the left side under template, you'll see your product structure. So right underneath that, I'm going to click on add section, and this is where you can add new elements to your product page. So since I already had judge.me, I turned on the app embed, and so when I click on apps, it shows up right over here. So you'll see a few options over here. We have cards, carousel, Instagram shopping grid, review widget, and the list goes on. So we are going to click on review widget. So this is the main review section that displays customer reviews, star ratings, and written feedback. So you're going to see a full review section appear right here on your product page. Now this is important. If I take away this section, this page looks like every other store. It's just a product with no proof. But once this is here, it answers the biggest question people have. Does this actually work? And that's what reviews are doing. They're not just filling space, they're backing up everything you're saying on the page. Now from here, placement matters more than people think. You don't want this sitting at the bottom where someone might never scroll. So you want this right under your product information, usually below the add to cart button, because this is the exact moment where someone is hesitating. They're already interested, but they're thinking, is this actually worth it? And when reviews are right here, they don't have to go looking for answers. They see proof immediately, they have images, and that's what keeps them moving forward instead of leaving. Now, if you click into this section, you'll see settings on the side. So this is where you can control how your reviews actually show up. You can adjust things like layout, number of reviews shown, whether photos are displayed. And one small thing that helps a lot is making sure reviews with images are visible, because reviews with photos usually perform better. They feel more real and less staged. Now, this is where you can take it a step further. The review widget is your base, but you can layer more on top of it. You could do review highlights or top reviews, so the best feedback shows first. You could do photo reviews or user-generated content or UGC, which makes your product feel more real in everyday use. So these small additions don't take long, but they make your product page feel a lot more trustworthy. And just so you know, you are not locked into judge.me. Other popular options are Luke's, which is strong for photo-based reviews. There's Stamped, more customizable. There's Yotbo, more advanced, especially for bigger brands. But if you're just getting started, judge.me is more than enough. It's simple, it's fast, and does everything you you need without overcomplicating things. Why this actually works. What's really happening here is you're reducing uncertainty. When someone lands on your product page, they're not just asking, what is this? They're asking, will this actually work for me? Your product description can explain it, but your reviews confirm it. And that confirmation is what helps someone move forward instead of leaving. Final takeaway. So if you zoom out, this really comes down to two things: what you collect and where you place it. If your reviews are too generic, they won't help someone decide. And if they're placed too low or if they're hidden, people won't even see them. But when you collect reviews that actually explain the experience and place them where someone is making a decision, that's when they start doing their job. They remove doubt, they answer questions, and make it easier for someone to buy. Common mistakes to avoid. And before you move on, there are a couple quick mistakes you want to avoid here. First, don't overload the section with too many reviews at once. If someone sees a wall of text, they definitely won't read it. They are going to skip it. So it's better to show a few strong, specific reviews at the very top. Second, don't rely only on star ratings. A 5-star rating by itself doesn't explain anything. I'm sure you have gone to a restaurant or a store, you've seen 5 stars, but you ended up actually having a poor experience. What actually helps is the context, what someone said, how they used it, and what result they got. And third, if you can, prioritize reviews with photos. Those almost always perform better because they feel more real. So that's how to set up product reviews on Shopify, and more importantly, how to place them in a way that actually helps you sell. Once you have this set up, your product page isn't just explaining what you're selling, it's showing real proof from other people who've already used it, and that's what makes the difference. If you don't have a Shopify store yet, you can use the link down below to get started. And if this video helped, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm Erin from Ecom Mastery. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.